What's up, everybody? Welcome. I appreciate y'all being here. I want to say thank you to everybody who's been supporting me, watching my videos, liking them, subscribing. It's truly a blessing, man. Only by the grace of God I'm able to do this today. Um, it makes me feel good knowing that I'm helping somebody. Most importantly, man, you guys are helping me too, man. So don't think it's me doing all the work, or you guys help me just as much, man. So I just want to uh, say I appreciate all you guys, and I want to give all the glory to God, man. For me, God is number one. He's got me through some real dark times, and bring me in the light, man. And sometimes you got to go through the dark, man, to get to the light, man. But tonight I'm gonna share a little bit of my story on what made me decide to change my ways and get clean, stay clean, and try to pass the message and give other people hope through sharing my story. I mean, to me, stories are important, man, for the simple fact that, it connects us, it inspires us, and it's like an affirmation that there is hope for recovery, people in recovery, man, because if I could do it, um, anybody could do it. I was one of those guys who I never thought I'd make it. I never thought I could. I couldn't put together 24 hours, and I truly mean that. Unless I was locked up or I was in treatment, I couldn't put together any time amount of significant time clean, man. And it all boiled down to like I was lazy. I didn't want to put the work in. And like I said, my character defects, I still work on them, but I had a whole list of them. I was a liar, I was a thief, I was a manipulator, I was all those things. You name it, I was it. But I'm gonna share a little bit of what led me to here. So October 23rd, 2020, that was my birthday. I was using it real heavy. I was using a lot of drugs at this time. Um, that was I was at a house that was a known trap house, and I was using with several different people. And 2 o'clock in the morning, I decided I need more alcohol and drugs. So me and a friend of mine, we got on a we got on a dirt bike at 2 o'clock, 3 in the morning, on back country roads, and you couldn't see shit. No headlights, no blinkers, no license plate, no nothing. I'm 3 sheets to the wind, but it seemed like a good idea at the time. So I made it there, and this is really how God works too in my life. Like there's this is important. So on the way back, I can see the house. It's probably 100 yards up the street. But when I looked to the left, I seen a black car with lights on top, and I was like, "Oh, this ain't good." So it was the state police, and of course, they pulled behind me because what is this idiot doing on a dirt bike at 2 o'clock in the morning with no headlights? He's definitely up to no good. So they pulled out behind me. They hit their lights, and I took off. I didn't stop. I took off, and I took them all over the place, zigzag, dipping and dodging, and I got caught, man. I ended up laying it down. I couldn't see. It was dark. I was intoxicated, to say the least. I shouldn't have been on the road. Um, thank God nobody was hurt. Thank God uh, nobody was hurt, man, because like I wasn't stopping. Um, so I was arrested. I was placed in the car, and I was taken to the station, and I was handcuffed to the floor for about 2.5 hours so they could write up this list of charges like this. And they charged me with everything: flinging and looting, DUIs, anything that they could get me with, run stop signs, high rate of speed, all of it. So I went to jail. I was in jail, and the only thing my only thought in my mind was, man, I need to get out of this jail cell so I can get high. Man, I need drugs. I was going through serious withdrawals, and the only thing I wanted to do was use. That was it. That was the only thing on my mind. That, and for like 2 weeks, I laid in bed every night, and I was contemplating on which road should I took to get away. Man, if I'd have went this road, I'd have got away. If I'd have went this way, man, I'd have definitely got away. God seen it that I got caught. And I didn't know it then. I just thought I was, a terrible fucking criminal, to say the least. So, I'm in jail. I'm sick. I went out. They're not, I ain't had no bail money because, of course, all my money goes to drugs. So, I got called up to the counselor's office. And I talked to a woman that works there. I went to high school with her. She's a lifesaver, man. She saved me a few times. But she asked me, if I was ready to grow up and start taking shit serious, and she was willing to give me a shot and let me go to treatment. But I'd have told her anything she wanted to hear just to let me get out to go to treatment. Because I wanted to get high. Treatment's 20-some days. I could do that on my head, and I could get out and get high. So that's what happened. I went from the jail to a rehab. So I was in rehab, and I didn't want to be there. I had a chip on my shoulder. I wanted to use. I'm sober. I can't get drugs. I'm sure a lot of you know that suffer from addiction know. It's terrible, man. I'm in a place that give me a chance, and there's, I'm in there bullshitting around. So, I met an older cat, man, real good dude. Shout out Dan, man, I love you, brother. But he was an alcoholic, man, and me and this dude, he was my roommate, and me and this man could not have been two different people. He's from the country, and big boy too, man. Hard to go, man. He became like my brother, man. He became, we still talk. Matter of fact, a few weeks ago, we just went and had lunch and, to catch up. But it was important in my steps to me get sober. I didn't know it then either, but so we had talk about, you're in rehab, man. You find it's like jail, man. You connect with people, and, you're going through a lot of shit. You're away from your family, your loved ones, and them people's the only people you got. That's what I'm saying. Connection is very important for people suffering from drug addiction. Like, we need connection with people, man. It's important. But we talked, and, I started looking at things different, man. I started, seeing, where my life is at, where it's headed, and what's the end result, which is death. They say jails, institutions, and death. And that's it, man. A lot of people, that watch these videos that know me, know that a lot of the same people I know, man. I look at a lot of people, man, they're dead, gone. Got kids out here, no daddy, no mom, because they're dead. They just wanted to get high one more time. That was it. They wasn't thinking about, oh, this might kill me. That is not a thought. Their thought was, I got to feel better. I got to get right. And unfortunately, man, a lot of them, it kills them. It ends up killing them. And it's sad, man, because they got their whole lives ahead of them, man. They got kids out here that's growing up without their parents because they wanted to get high just one more time. So I was in rehab. I started taking things serious. I started doing programs that was available, anything, because I like getting information. I like to read and stuff, man. I like to question things, man. I always been like that. I like to know how things work. But I remember, I was really thinking about my life one night in bed, and I remember praying to God, man, really true praying to God. Not a foxhole prayer, not God, please get me out of this, man, and I'll never do it again. Nah, I really laid there and on my knees, and I prayed to God, God, please come into my life and remove the desire to use. This can't be what you got me on this earth for. This can't be why I'm here. To suffer like this, most of the time, we think about ourselves and we think we're the only people going through this at the time, because it's depressing, man. It's lonely. You're isolated, and it's a terrible situation to be in. And I remember, man, I said, God, I'll do whatever it takes. Make this it. I'll do whatever it takes to not get high again. So, I woke up the next day and went about my business, as usual. Well, my time started running slow, and it was time for me to go. And I remember the counselor was like, "Hey, Jay, it's time for you to go, man. What are you gonna go?" I said, "Man, I'm going home." I'm sitting there. I'm like, I gave her the address to my house. I was like, "I'm going home," because as soon as I heard I was leaving, the thought of using came right back. I mean, right back instantly. Bang. We're getting high. Come on, let's hurry up. We can go today. Let's go. Mind you, I done really worked on some things while I was in there. Really started looking at my behaviors I had. And, yeah, I was like, I'm going home. Let's go. So I'll never forget. I went back to my room because I was excited, like I'm getting ready to be done with this place. I've been here for 5-6 weeks now. I'm almost ready to go. And I'll never forget, I was sitting on my bed, and I'm sitting there, and I heard, "I thought you'll do whatever it took." And I immediately jumped up, and it scared me because I heard it clear as day. I thought somebody was in the bathroom. I went and looked in the bathroom. Nobody was there. I looked around the room then I left the room. I walked up and down the hallway like I couldn't believe it. Like, am I schizophrenic now? Like I'm hearing shit. And it was just right there in my face, man. I thought you'll do whatever it took. I immediately went to my counselor and I said, "Hey, listen, sign me up for somewhere else. I'm not ready to go home yet. I'm not ready." So I ended up in a halfway house in Altoona, Pennsylvania. Gratitude House. Let me just give a shout out to you guys, man. You guys are wonderful people. You guys saved my life, man. You guys helped me understand why I am the way I am and put me on a new direction to where I'm at today, man. I owe a debt of gratitude to the Gratitude House. But I ended up there in that place, man. It was a sight for sore eyes. When I pulled up to this building, man, I was like, what this decision did I make? What is going on here? I went in there. They're immediately being real nice that day, like, "Oh, hey, Jay, welcome. Come on." And mine just around Christmas time, so they're like, "Oh, the group did this for activities, and come on in." And then the next day, man, it was like Dr. Jekyll and Mrs. Hyde. Like, they went and say, "Hey, I'm going to need you to clean this toilet. This is your chore. You need to do this." I'm like, wait, whoa, hold up. Clean toilets. I'm not cleaning fucking toilets. And I'm like, I don't even use them bathrooms. I ain't even been here not even 24 hours. So, I started, I didn't realize yet, because I was only thinking about myself at the time. So, that kept playing back in my head. I thought you was going to do whatever it took. I thought about that every day. There wasn't one day that went by several times a day I didn't think about it. And every time that I started feeling sorry for myself, I started getting in my feelings. I started getting angry. I started wanting to act out. I started wanting to, find any little reason to, want to leave or whatever, man. When something wasn't going my way, that first thought was in my head was, I thought you'd do whatever it took. So, I did it. I said, you know what? I'm going to do this program. Tell me what y'all want me to do. I'm going to do it. I'm not going to bitch about it. And I'm going to complete this program. Because out of all this program, out of the 200 people that I've seen probably go there with me, in and out, and people leaving and new people coming, probably 6 of us completed the program. And it was sad watching people leave and go out, and a lot of them died and they never made it back. But that's the result of this disease. So then I knew this all for a reason, man. So one day I'm in there and I'm really doing good. I finally started working. I was starting to save money because, me, I want to look good. I want to feel good. My pride and ego wants to come out and show people like, hey, look at me. I'm sober now. I got a new shirt. I got a new hat. This and that. And I stopped doing that shit, man. I was watching everybody in there, people in there work, and we're supposed to save money because we're going to get out on our own, get a place, and learn how to, be held accountable for stuff. And I watched these guys buy new shoes, computers, hats, everything, boom boxes, but they didn't save money for a place to leave when they went out. And some of them went to the homeless shelter because they didn't have nowhere to go. So they look real fly in a homeless shelter. That wasn't going to happen to me. So I saved every dollar I had. And one day a woman came there, and she was from Children and Youth. She said, "Hello, Mr. Humble. I just want to let you know that we took custody of your kid from the mother, and you and her have 15 months to get your shit together, or we are taking this child." My whole, everything changed right there that day. Everything. Nothing was a joke no more. Nothing was about me after that. It became, what do I need to do to take care of my responsibilities? So I started working real hard. I saved my money. I was getting ready to leave that program. I was getting ready to complete the program, most importantly, because I refused. I wasn't going to quit. Because I wanted to leave right then and there, get a house, get my kid, and do all these things. I wanted it right away because that's how I think. I want it, and I want it now. And it don't just have to be drugs. It's anything. My mind is wired to want it instant gratification. So, I talked to some people, and they're like, "Jay, slow down. Keep doing the right thing, and things will fall into place." No, you guys don't understand. How are you guys, now I'm trying to tell these people that I know more than they do, and I'm the one sitting in the seat of the client or patient, whatever you want to call it. So I told them, they called me on my bullshit. "Jay, I thought you said you wanted to be held accountable, you wanted to be called out, and we want all these things until it happens, and then we get mad." So I pumped my brakes, and I was like, "No, you're right." So I said, "Tell me what I need to do. Give me a list of things that I have to do, and I'm going to do it." Well, thank God I didn't leave that program, because a few weeks later, the first stipulation was I must complete the program. Now, mind you, I didn't have anything to do with them coming in and taking them. I had to complete the program. I had to find housing. I had to show them that I was capable of taking care of a child. Now, mind you, 6, 7, 8 months prior to that, I couldn't take care of a plant. Literally, I couldn't. I lost a dog. And my buddy gave me a dog. Sorry, Roger. And he said he gave me a dog, and then see me 2 weeks later, and he was like, "So, Jay, how's the dog doing?" And I was, "What dog?" I literally lost a dog. And I've loved dogs, man, but I was just so out of my mind. I don't know what happened to it, man. I don't know what happened to it. But, so anyways, I took my time, and I started working. I started checking things off on my list that I had to do. I had to do all these things. Now, mind you, I'm still fighting with this court case that I got going on. So I'm stressed out, I'm nervous, I'm anxious, all these things, man. And usually I would have, what's so easy if I'd have just went out there and got high? That would have been easier than just quit. Gave up, said, forget it, let them deal. Because I really didn't have a relationship with the boy anyway. Not that I didn't love him, because I did, but my love is different, because it was like I lost the ability to show love. That's more or less how I was. I just, I love people, but I just didn't know how to show it. But he didn't deserve any of this, because he didn't ask to be here. So I did everything what I was supposed to do, and everything started happening, falling into place. I ended up getting a place. Now, mind you, my credit shit, my criminal record shit, I just caught a case last year, and then, when they do a background check, they're like, "Dude, you was just arrested last year." I'm like, "Yeah, I know, but I'm changing. Please give me a chance." And they did, man. This lady did, and I started paying bills. I had my own place. It was a 2-bedroom, a room for me and one for the boy. So, anyways, I had to go clear up to where he was living at the time, and have visits with complete strangers. Complete strangers. They had to watch me watch my kid, and it killed me. It made me so mad, like at myself. Like I was more mad at myself than anybody. But I did it. You know, I had great support, and that's important too. You don't have to do this alone, man. You don't have to do it alone. It's okay to ask for help, man. Humble yourself. Ask for help. We don't have to do this shit alone, man. I promise you. It's almost impossible to do alone. You need support. You need help. Don't be afraid to ask for help, man. You know, it gets painful, man, but it does get better. So anyways, man, I end up getting my kid. And I got him. And I told myself, you know, it just ain't about me no more. Like it's a big stake on the line. And he's still with me. He teaches me stuff every day, man. And he tests my patience every day. And the bad part about it is he's just like me. He might be worse. Beautiful boy. But he's a miracle, man. He's definitely a gift from God. I believe that wholeheartedly. So that's, you know, like pretty much that part of that story. I did everything. I got my boy. Ended up getting another place, a bigger place. I go to work every day. I come home, and I'm with him. That's my routine every day. I work on things every day. I struggle every day. I come up short every day. We're human. You know, we're human beings. And none of us is going to be perfect. We're all going to come up short sometimes. But you recognize it. And once you recognize it, you become responsible for that. So it's your responsibility to change it. Because you can't say, well, I didn't know. Because you do know. So like, I look back and I do a lot of reflecting now. Because when you look back, you can connect the dots. You know what I mean? So that's when I look back and I see like, damn. Like, God had this plan way before I had any idea like this was going to happen. Like, because had I not have got arrested, I would have continued to use until I died. No question, I would have used until I died. And at that point in my life, I'd have been okay with it. I don't feel like that today, man. Don't get me wrong, I have a lot of hard days. But there's nothing like, you know, them days, man, are the worst. Like, constantly. It's a constant. It's like being tormented 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. But God knew this plan long before I did, man. And I'm truly grateful today, man. Like I said, I didn't think, you know, I could do it. I didn't think I was capable of doing it. Like I said, I couldn't take care of a plant 2 years ago. And you know, now I'm responsible for a human being, man. And I try my best daily. Anybody out there, man, like I said, you guys struggling, you know, not even with just drugs, man. Like, if you guys got to drink alcohol every weekend to enjoy yourself, man, maybe just go home and do a little reflecting. Like, I promise you, like, I thought, like, I couldn't have no fun, like, once I got sober. But, like, I do, man. Like, for real. Even some of my best times that I had, I was locked up at this point, and I was sober. And I never laughed so hard in my life, man. I'm telling you, man, like, life is more than drinking and drugging, man. And, you know, you don't need alcohol to have fun. You know, it kills more people too, man, and it's legal. People lose their life daily, whether drunk driving, you know, cirrhosis, just a lot of different things, man. You know, don't be so hard on yourself, man. Like, you're worth it. You deserve a chance. I've had 70, 80 chances And I still ain't get it right every day. But one thing I do get right, man, is I do not put anything in my body. One day at a time. I know it sounds corny, but that's all it is, one day at a time. Guys, I appreciate you letting me share a little bit of my story with y'all. I hope you enjoy this video. You can comment on it. You could give feedback. You could, suggest a topic. I'm willing to discuss anything. I'm going to share some people's stories here coming up if y'all's interested in that. But I appreciate all the support you guys give me. Y'all give me the courage to do this. It's uncomfortable to even talk. I'm not a talking person, but I'm trying to step outside my comfort zone, because you got to get comfortable with being uncomfortable. Just remember, guys, you're worth it. You deserve a shot. And I'm going to leave it with a quote from Bill W. He says, "Be on guard for the unguarded moment." God bless you guys. I'll see you guys later.